Welcome back to the Gardening Rebel channel, and we're going to go down here and see how the garden's doing. It's been almost 5 days since the flood ran through it, and as you can tell, the creek has gone down a lot, and I'm walking over here. So I come over here yesterday and kind of check things out. But the grass is taking over. We're going to try to get out here this weekend and do some tilling. As you can tell, the squash plants have come back up a little bit. I came over here and tried to get some of the leaves and the sticks off of them, but we have lost a few tomato plants, and I would say our cabbages are pretty well done except for those two up there. That's okay though. We got what cabbage we wanted. Now there's a tomato plant there. We've got some cucumbers coming on. You can tell how high the water got. And, oh yeah, starting to fill out a little bit now. But you gotta remember now, I'm 6 foot, a little over, and this tomato plant weathered right through the storm. So it's surprising me. It knocked a lot of the tomatoes off, but the ones that made it are going to be pretty good. Next year, we're planting this spot later in the year. Now, as I said before, the watermelons, they're pretty much done, but that's okay. We've got more across the creek, and we've got some up at my dad's place. Cantaloupe plants took a beating, but they're doing pretty good. As you can tell, they're coming back strong. They're all knotted up, and I didn't start removing them because when you start moving them around, you're going to break them, and then you've lost everything. Our two best plants are gone, though. They were right there on that loose soil. Watermelon plants are done. That's it for those guys. Hopefully the ones across the creek will put on this year. Sweet potatoes, I don't know about. I've got to get up here and get them covered back up. As you can tell, the root system and the potatoes were uncovered because I kept the dirt really loose on them. We actually had some sweet potatoes forming. You can see it right there. And just uncovered them. But these tomatoes, they're doing good. We got in here yesterday and, like I said, cleaned off some of the brush. They're doing exceptional. Really good tomato crop. I could only imagine if the flood hadn't come through here. As you can tell, we still got sticks up 3 foot tall on the tomato plants. Some of them might not make it, and that's, you know, what can you expect after all they've been through? The brandywines are coming along very well. We're going to get those staked up this weekend. It's just taking us a little bit of time to get over here and let everything dry up, and we'll work with those. See what we can salvage out of this joker this season. Corn stood back up. I'm grateful for that. Some of the squash plants are totally gone. They got ripped up. But the ones that made it are coming through. The okra stood up on itself. And we're doing good there. The potatoes I'm kind of worried about because now, once I got over here and got to looking, we lost a lot of dirt off our potato hills. A lot of the roots are showing. So we're going to come in here and see if we can't. See, I've already got potatoes right there showing. I don't know if you can see them. There's one and there's one. So we got to come over here and get this covered up with dirt or they'll run. We did lose some of the cucumbers, vines, but like I said, they're really loaded still. But I'm not untwisting them. I'm just letting them sort out their own mess there, kind of. This is a tangled mess, I know, but I'll come back over here this weekend and drive the trellis back down, and we're going to plant some more zucchini and some more squash over here. Have some to give away to people. We are going tonight and giving a few cabbages away and some other stuff that we were lucky enough to pick. We've got squash coming back out, so I'm good. We got some right in there. This one's starting to put on again. Bless its heart. So the flood didn't totally wipe us out. It done some damage though. We could have really had a great crop over on this little side this year, but due to the rain and right back through there's a strip of land. It's 125 acres wide, or 125 acres in total right through here. And the owner, if you can see all the daylight through the trees, decided, since they're not going to use that land, that they were going to clear cut it. So they took all the hardwoods off way back in there, and I'm going to do a video probably Sunday. I'm going to walk back here and look. But I walked back there the other day just to find out what was going on, because I've never had that much water come through here. And they literally scalped it all the way up to the creek. So, and it's a hilly terrain back there, and the game refuge is right over there, and a section of it's right here, but there's this one swath patch that's not game refuge, and all the water just come rushing down on me. There was nothing back there to stop it. And unfortunately, in the county I live in, logging is considered an agricultural trade. So you don't have to put up silt fence, you don't have to do anything, but you are required to keep a 25-foot distance from you and the waterway. And more than likely, at the time they done this, the stream was really down. It was probably dry at that time because it's more of a wet weather stream. During drought seasons, this place really goes dry. And I know when they were back there, it was raining and the creek was running. However, if nobody's watching and nobody's policing them, they're going to do what they're going to do. So it causes everybody down here headache due to the floodplain. But anyhow, there's the bees that lived through the flood. We're going to get into them this weekend and see if we can't find the queen. See if she's still in there. If not, I'll stick a frame of eggs from my other hives up there in there with them. Green beans, I don't know about them. We'll see. I don't know how much damage the vines took during the rainstorm, but I've got little beans coming on, as you can see right there. Still blooming, so there's a good sign. This ain't the prettiest garden I've ever had, but got some beans coming on right there. Got cucumbers down towards the bottom. Those will be ready to pick tomorrow. Look at the blooms though. It just really bothers me about these tomato plants. These tomato plants were struggling in this spot anyway. Normally, I plant them over here where the beans and the cucumbers are, and they do really well. This is just a little garden spot that we put some stuff out in from year to year. Our major places over there, but this year we couldn't plant over there because I'd had so much grading work done. And like a responsible landowner, when I done my grading work, I considered the people on down the stream, and I lessened the flow of water going into the creek by actually putting some elevation to it, so it would slow it down and it would ease on into the creekway and the spillway and go down. But when you have 3 inches of rain in a couple hours, I know things are going to happen anyway, but it's just aggravating that somebody that's never going to use this land, I just think that, you know, the good Lord let us borrow this land for a certain time, and I'm going to try to leave it just as well, if not better, as I found it. But anyhow, we are leaving here in a little bit, going up and meeting a lady and her husband who are subscribers of mine, and I've just got too much cabbage, so I know 5 heads of cabbage shouldn't be too much, but Karen's already mad because she can't put anything in the refrigerator because of all the cabbage that's in there. So we'll add that video in here and try to get it edited in. But for now, I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day. I want to thank the subscribers I've got. Really appreciate it. You guys are great. Great input, great comments. Really enjoy the conversations I have with some of you guys. And hopefully, you know, we'll get to do something. We're reaching 1,000 subs, so we're going to have to do something when we hit 1,000. We might give away 5 or 6 packs of the $30 garden with bean seeds, squash, zucchini, cucumbers, cantaloupe, scallop squash, and things of that nature. But we'll see. We'll see what we come up with. And it won't cost nobody anything if I mail them out. You know, I might make 5 or 10 packs of them and send them out to subs that we draw. But until later, I'm the Garden Rebel, and I am out of here and kind of happy the garden looks like it does. Y'all be careful. Be good. Be safe.